So can you really represent yourself in court? The short answer is yes, but you might not want to. Let's talk about it. In the United States, we have a legal system that is based on English common law, and one of the tenets of that legal system is that anyone has the right to represent themselves in court. This means that you do need a license to practice law in order to represent yourself in a legal proceeding. However, there are some very important things that you need to know before you decide to represent yourself. First of all, you need to understand the rules of procedure and evidence for the court in which you are presenting yourself. If you don't understand these rules, your case may be thrown out, or you may lose your case simply because you didn't know the rules and therefore didn't follow them. The next thing you need to be aware of is that once you decide to represent yourself, you are going to be held to the same standard as an attorney who is representing someone else. So if you make a legal error, you will be held in contempt of court, just like an attorney would be held in contempt of court. Another thing you need to be aware of is that once you start representing yourself in court, you could not complain about what another attorney would have done or would not have done in your case. In other words, you cannot complain about the fact that you did call certain witnesses or did obtain certain evidence. And lastly, you need to be aware that even though you have the right to represent yourself in court, judges sometimes will not allow you to do so. For example, if a judge believes that you are mentally incompetent, or if a judge believes that you are not aware of the proceedings that are taking place, a judge may appoint a guardian ad litem or some other type of counsel to represent you in court. So although you do have the right to represent yourself in court, you may not want to. Representing yourself in court is not the same thing as having an attorney represent you in court. There are certain advantages to having an attorney represent you in court. Not only will an attorney know the rules of procedure and evidence, but an attorney will also be able to make strategic decisions about your case that you may not be able to make on your own. Additionally, an attorney will be able to make objections and preserve your rights in a way that you may not be able to do on your own. So although you do have the right to represent yourself in court, it is not necessarily the best option. If you are facing criminal charges, you definitely should consider talking to an attorney to see whether you need representation or not. Now, I hope this video answered some questions you may have about whether or not you could represent yourself in court. If you have any other questions, feel free to comment below and I will try to answer your question. Also, if you like this video, please subscribe for more videos. Thank you.